Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Chelsea and this is my first YouTube video. So I have been on YouTube watching videos since I was 14 years old. I am now 25 years old. So it's been quite a bit, but I have been watching YouTube videos, makeup tutorials and all that since I was in high school. It's been a long road and I've always wanted to do this, and I just decided that I need to start. I was watching so many videos on how to start a channel, and everyone was just saying, just do it. Just start putting your videos out there. You need to start now. So I was like, oh my God, I need to do this because I've been wanting to do this for so long. And I love makeup videos. I love beauty videos, lifestyle videos. So this channel is going to be more focused on beauty videos and lifestyle videos because that is what I enjoy watching and that is what I enjoy in general in my personal life. So that's what I'm going to be giving you guys, and I hope that you guys will subscribe and support me. I really appreciate it if you do. I want to connect with you guys, and I want to talk about beauty and all things makeup and lifestyle. I just want to connect with you guys. So I also have an Instagram, and that is called Chelsea Dawn YT. I will link it down below if you want to follow me there. And for this video, for my first video, I'm going to do a full coverage foundation routine. I thought this was a really good video to start with to show you guys how I do my full face and how I'm a full coverage girl, so I usually like to do full coverage the majority of the time. So I'm going to show you guys how I obtain this full coverage look using all drugstore products. Products will be linked down below. I hope that you guys enjoy this video, and I hope that you guys will subscribe and follow me on this new journey that I have created for myself. And I'm so excited to be here, and I would love to interact with all of you, and just don't be scared to comment down below. I would love to talk to you. And if you want to see how I got this full coverage drugstore foundation look, then just keep on watching. So when I want my foundation to be full coverage, as full as I can make it, gotta prime my face. So the first thing I'm going to use is the Nivea Post Shade Balm, and this is for men, but this works really good. I've been using it for probably over a year, and I do believe that it really makes my makeup stay on so much longer, and it just creates this little sticky, kind of a sticky texture so the foundation can stick to it. And yes, I have my eyes and my eyebrows done because just for the purpose of this video. I don't normally do my eyes first, but I am today just for the purpose of this video. Normally I like to do my base and my face first as well. So also, another thing, I've used a second primer because I want the fullest coverage, right? So I'm using the Maybelline Baby Skin Instant Pore Eraser. Now, the Nivea Shade Balm helps keep my makeup stay on all day. This helps fill in my pores. So I don't put this all over my face. I just focus this on the T-zone. And it is more of a silicone-y texture. And I'm just going to go right where my pores are, a little bit on the forehead, a little bit on the chin, and I'm just kind of going to smooth it out right there. This is just going to fill in my pores. And I just want to know, doesn't my hair just look fantastic? Actually, it doesn't. I need to do my roots so bad. And this little like thing right here, that's just to keep my hair back. Just to keep my hair back. So my favorite full coverage foundation of the moment is the Wet n Wild Photofocus foundation. If you guys haven't tried this, you need to. It's only like $4 or $5 and it is really good. It is so good. It's so full coverage. It's matte, but it's not too matte to where it's drying. Because I do have more dry skin, but this does not dry out my skin. So, and I am in the shade Bronze Beige, and it does kind of go, my shade range goes darker and lighter depending on the season and how tan I am. So it does have a spatula right here, and I don't just, you know, do that because that's kind of unsanitary in my opinion. So I just kind of take it and I just put it on my finger and I just start dotting it all over my face. Okay, now I'm not gonna lie, I do put on quite a bit because you do need kind of a bit to really build up that coverage. And as you can also tell, I did not put any foundation on my nose, and that is because I have a hard time keeping foundation on my nose throughout the day. And if I put on too much, then it tends to just slide right off. So this is a trick that I've been doing for the last couple weeks just to keep the foundation on my nose. What I do is I avoid the nose area until the very last little bit, and then I just put whatever is left on my nose. So to blend this out, I'm using the Real Techniques sponge. I like a sponge for a more full coverage look. If I want to, you know, do it really quickly and maybe not as full coverage, then I will use a brush and I will just blend it in really quickly. But with a sponge, I like to use it to just pat it out, especially like this flat side on the sponge. It just works so well. So I don't really have a lot of blemishes right now to cover up. I do have just some redness and stuff like that, but nothing too crazy. This color may not be exact, but it's gonna work for now, you know? Now, with this foundation particularly, I do need to add a second layer just to give it its fullest maximum coverage. Definitely want to make sure you're getting like right here, and you want to make sure you're getting underneath the chin, especially if you're using a color that doesn't really match you that well. You want to blend below your chin. Absolutely, that is a tip that you can take anything away from this video. Blend your foundation under your neck, under your chin. Blend it. You don't want this line on your jawline. Trust me, you don't want it. You don't want it. Back at it again, blending it out. As you can see, I'm waiting until the end to get to my nose. And it's still covering up the nose really well, but it's just not overdoing it. You know what I mean? It's not overdoing it. Okay, so that is pretty much what I do for my foundation. As you can tell, I did have kind of a little aftermath from a previous pimple that I had. I had a little open wound a little bit right here, and it did cover it up really well. My concealer is going to be the Maybelline Better Skin Concealer. And I do really like this concealer because it is full coverage and it's not too dry under the eye. And that is one thing that I have a problem with because of my dry skin. Some concealers will really dry up my under eye area and it'll just start looking cakey and it'll start peeling and it will just not look cute. But this concealer really does a good job at covering it up without being too dry. Now I don't have a lot of dark under eye circles, so I feel like I don't really need that much concealer. And sometimes I use concealers that aren't really that full of coverage because sometimes it's just not needed, you know. Now I don't put any extra added concealer on my nose because, like I said, the more I put on my nose, the more it slips off. I don't know why, but it does. So I'm just going to put a little bit here and just maybe a little bit on my forehead. I don't like my forehead to look really cakey, so I don't put a lot there. So now I'm just going to take the sponge and tip it over and use the pointed side for my concealer. This thing just blends it so easily. Now, because I already have my eye makeup on, I'm kind of having a hard time getting into that inner corner where I put the my concealer. So I'm just going to take a small brush, something like this, making sure I don't have anything on it, and I'm just gonna kind of blend that concealer. Now my next step is to set my under eye concealer. Now I don't bake all the time. But when I want a full coverage look, I do bake. And I do feel like it really helps keep my concealer on all day. So I'm going to use the Mary Kay powder. It's a translucent powder, and I actually really like it. Just kind of need a lot of it, you know? When you're baking, you need a lot. So I'm just going to use my sponge, and I'm going to put it right under the eye. Even though I didn't put any concealer on my nose, I'm still going to bake on my nose because this will also help keep the foundation from slipping off. Okay, well, normally as my powder is baking, I will usually go in and do my eyebrows, but since I already have my eyebrows done for this video, I'm just going to wait about 5 to 10 minutes. So when I'm ready to take the bake off, I use this Real Techniques setting brush, and I'm just going to take a little bit more powder, put on the brush while I wipe it off there lightly. I don't like do it too hard. I just lightly. Now that I'm looking kind of white, I am going to set the rest of my face with my Rimmel Stay Matte powder. Really great for people that are more oily to combo skin. I am not, but I still feel like this powder works really well. So I'm just going to take a brush and I'm just going to pat it in. The trick is to, if you want more full coverage, you want to pat your powder in like this instead of like brushing it like that. You're just gonna pat it. Now I'm going to go ahead and bronze my skin, and I'm also using a bronzer from Rimmel. It's the natural bronzer. It is waterproof, and it's in the shade.
It's in the shade Sunlight.
So I just take a fluffy brush and I'm going to focus on doing like a 3. So I'm getting the forehead, the cheekbones, and under the chin. And if you kind of have a double chin like me, you want to take your bronzer and really go underneath the chin. It will just kind of recede that area as much as possible if you need to. For contour, I like using this shade from e.l.f. It's a duo here, and it's by e.l.f. and I think it's in the shade Fiji, and they're both matte shades. I got a matte blush and a matte contour color, and this is what I use to contour. As you can tell, it's very well loved, so I'm just going to take an angled brush here and just dip it into the contour, like the tip of the brush, and get right in there, right into that contour area. I don't go too crazy, but I like to be contoured. I don't put too much on my forehead. I just kind of like bring a little bit up, but my forehead is kind of short, so I don't really do a whole lot to that. Now I'm just going to contour the nose lightly. I'm not going to do too much. I don't normally do too much. All I do is I just take the same brush and I just go on the sides of my nose. Sometimes I will use a smaller, more precise brush if I'm feeling like it, but normally I just like to go along the sides there. So that's all I really do, and I just take the tip of the brush, put some product on there, and just go underneath the chin. Now I'm going to take the blush in this color, in this palette, which is like a nice matte corally pink. And it's very pigmented, so be very careful. I literally just tab my brush in there like a couple times barely and just like put it on the cheeks. Now my favorite part, the highlight. You have to highlight your face. I mean, it's not a rule, but I think it just should be a rule because why wouldn't you? So I'm using the e.l.f. Baked Highlighter and Blush in the shade Rose Gold. This is a nice champagne color for fair skin tones. I don't usually use that pink shade very much, but I use this highlight shade. It's a really pretty highlight though. I really like it, so that's what I do. And finally, to set my entire face, I have to set my entire face with setting spray if I really want this to last 12 plus hours. And you know, this can last 12 plus hours. The setting spray I use is the Hard Candy Fast and Fabulous 12-Hour Power, it says, and it's a makeup setting spray, and it's only about $6 from the drugstore. It's like one of the cheapest setting sprays. that you can find at the Wally. So, so I'm just going to spray my face. And I'll tell you, it may be the cheapest one, but it's the best one. Okay, so that is my full coverage, all drugstore foundation routine that I use when I want my face to be completely full coverage, and it lasts 12 plus hours. So I hope that you guys enjoy this video. I will try to list all the products down below in the drop down box, so you can look at that if you forgot something or if you're really interested in something. But I hope you enjoy, and I hope that you will subscribe to my channel. Thanks for viewing my first video. I really appreciate it. Thumbs it up if you like it, and I hope you guys have a great day. Bye, guys. Mwah.